Someone there?
General, Boston Comp.
I got something over here. Here you are. That's it. Sure you saw something? Looks like
nothing. Just as sure as always.
damn it, where are they?
Who's out there? Swear I must be going crazy. Over there? Sweet. I must have a concussion. I'm fucking seeing things.
Hold up.
Whoa, shut the fuck up.
Shit! Lost him!
Just getting warmed up over here. Oh, man, come back. I was happy. Oh, yes. That's it. Huh? Hearing shit.
What the?
We've got company. Open fire.
I can't see!
Another one for the minute man. Anything useful?
Oh, man, come back! I was happy.
Sure that was all. I think I got something over here. Hold up.
Here come the fireworks! Grenade!
From what I hear, that rogue scent at Libertalia, real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
I wouldn't be here if not for your son.
Father is more than just our leader. He is our creator.
My daddy says your father's daddy, but he looks so...
Requisition clearance granted. How may I help you?
Let's see what you got.
Who's there? Somewhere.
Sean.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
Hey.
Okay. What am I doing? What's on your mind?
You can head home now.
You know where to find me if you need me.
Sean.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It's not so bad, really.
people manage.
Perhaps. But at a cost too great to be worth it. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
Kellogg called me the backup.
Did he? I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source, it only made sense that my parents should fill that role. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose an experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you, as it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me?
Sean, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do. It's remarkable. There are greater things to come after your success at Bunker Hill. The synths have been safely returned and will be repurposed. Thank you for your work. I hope you weren't at too much risk.
There's always a risk. It was worth it.
I'm glad you see it that way. The railroad remains an annoyance, of course. But they'll be dealt with as... And you, well, you've passed the test, as they say. You have done well. Please, take this as a token of my appreciation. Our appreciation, really. It's time for you to become more involved in the future. I'd like you to join me inside. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Just as you gave life to Father, he gave life to many of us.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's important.
Hey, Eve, have you seen my notebook laying around?
No. Did you leave it somewhere else?
Bet it's pretty boring down here, compared to up there.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure, with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
What's Phase 3?
It's very important to us. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
In this world, I'm sure a compromise is necessary.
Quite right. For far too long, we've been dependent on others. On our surroundings. That time is over. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Sounds like an important step.
That's an understatement. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir?
Yes, Dr. Ao. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please. As I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What?
Please,
Can't be serious.
Everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
There must be something we can do to help you.
The only thing that matters now is continuing the Institute's work. It will be all right. I assure you. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
It's great to have you here.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
I had no idea.
I know this is Well, it's a lot to take in at once.
I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in jail.
I can do the job.
Of course you can. That's why I made the decision. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us, but for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
Have you seen J522?
Nice work
around?
bringing that rogue synth back.
Today.
Unit F688 speaks highly.
Sleep is such a waste of time. I'd rather be designing more efficient plasma bombs.
Well, have you decided to get the evidence from Virgil's lab? Or is this just another waste of my time?
Hi.
Dr. Ao needs to speak to you, sir. You can find him here.
Dr. Fillmore.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go over the detail. Recent events have upset me. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled. You're going to the mass fusion.
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done when I've got it.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate it.
Not as much as I'd appreciate, but here we are. Not to put more pressure. We don't want them getting the act. Head on up to the relay.
Sure.
I can't express how truly humbling it is to stand in your presence.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
So your father's father. But he's older. That's weird.
Father has always been a little unpredictable. I suppose his choice of a successor shouldn't surprise me.
Dr. Ao was looking for you. It sounded important. Synths aren't human beings, but supposedly they're the future of humanity. I'll never understand.
Report anything suspicious to the SRB.
Hey there.
Always be vigilant. We have many enemies.
have officially lost their minds. They'll be lucky not to be exiled.
It must make you proud to see all that Father has done, all that he has built.